Hey, my name's Kaya. Yesterday I posted a tip in the group regarding dry firing, and a lot of you ladies wanted a video to kind of visualize how you should be dry firing. So I'm gonna show you how to dry fire. My penny fell. All right. So make sure your gun is unloaded. Make sure that you're facing in a safe direction in your house. My gun is unloaded. There's no magazine in here, and there's nothing in the chamber. Okay. If you have a Glock. If the gun is empty, if you pull back on the trigger is going to stay back, okay? So every time that you pull the trigger, you have to manually wrap the slide to reset that trigger, okay? Because if you don't, that trigger is going to stay back, okay? So you take your coin, penny, dime, quarter, whatever, you put it on your front sight, okay? You get in a position as if you're about to shoot. Let me stand back for a minute. You get into a position as if you're about to shoot. Okay, let me stand back. Make sure that you have like a good sight picture, whatever the case may be. You pull back on the trigger real gently, and that gun and that penny shouldn't move. That penny should still be on your front sight. Okay. Let me do it again for you. You pull the trigger back real gently, real gently, real gently, real gently, real gently, and the gun should move. Okay, and the penny should move as well. Okay. What we do a lot of the times, and we don't know that we do it, because I know that I've done it sometimes, and sometimes I still do it, is that when we pull back that trigger, we're waiting on the noise of the gun, and we anticipate. So what happens when we anticipate is that when we start off pulling back on the trigger, we have really good trigger control. But when we start anticipating, it's like, oh shoot. And y'all see how my gun just moved? It went down. So when we get to a point where we pull back on that trigger and we anticipate and we slam back on that slide, the gun is going to move and the gun is going to go down forward, and that's where you're going to hit. So your bullets are going to go low on the target. Okay. So it's very important if you have really good trigger control. Be patient. Be patient. Be patient. Be patient. Be patient. The gun shouldn't move. If you anticipate. You have really good trigger control to begin with, and you slam back on that trigger, the gun's going to go down almost every time, okay? Normally, just by looking at your target, I can tell if your grip is too tight, or if your grip is too loose, or if you're anticipating because your bullets are going down, okay? One thing about grip, okay? When you're dry firing, work on 3 things. Work on your sight picture, your trigger control, and your grip, okay? So it's kind of like you kind of have to be aware of all 3, okay? So get the dry firing down, and you don't have to have a coin on the front sight. You don't have to. That's just what I do to make sure that I'm not going all over the place with my firearm, okay? So make sure that you dry fire. Dry fire. Dry fire. Dry fire. Do it between 50 to 100 times, either before you go to the range, or after you go to the range, or just on a day where you just feel bored, okay? One thing about your grip is that my grip is relaxed, okay? I'm going to try to do it as visual as I possibly can. So my grip is relaxed, okay? I have a relaxed grip. What we do is that we tighten up on our grip. So when you tighten up on your grip, you see how the gun move? I'm relaxed. I got a good sight picture. But let's just say I have a good sight picture. I have a good sight picture. I'm relaxed. 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 You see how I tightened up my grip? I tightened up my grip. I did that subconsciously. I tightened up my grip. So well, it's kind of hard to do it this way anyway because the way that my hand is. But when you tighten up your grip, the gun is going to move. See, I'm just tightened up my grip. That's all I'm doing. I'm tightening up my grip, and the gun moves. So when you tighten up your grip, the gun is going to move. So make sure that you have a good grip, as well as a good trigger control. Okay. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, hit my inbox, leave me a message, do whatever. I'm here to help.